Hey, Jeff here, your YouTube reviewer of New England brews. And today I'm reviewing a beer that actually originates in England, but it is brewed under contract in the state of Maine at the Shipyard Brewery. And I'm going to be reviewing Ringwood Brewery's Old Thumper, the Shipyard version. And Old Thumper is an ESB. It comes in at 5.9% ABV. It's a beer that I've had quite often. It's a beer I like a lot. It's one of those beers that I'll buy when I buy six-packs that I like to keep around the house because it's one I enjoy quite a lot. But this always has a very unique kind of flavor, and I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. But first, I'm going to be pouring this into my Old Thumper glass. I've used this one before, but it seems appropriate if I'm going to be reviewing Old Thumper to pour it into the Old Thumper glass. So, let me just grab this opener, and the top on this, the Wild Boar, is really kind of neat. It's one of those caps that you might want to hold on to if you get your hands on it. But anyway, I'm doing the 12-ounce version as opposed to the large 25-ounce version that sometimes you can get. A little bit of a smokiness coming up, a little bit of bold, bubbly going on as well. So let's pour it right into the glass and see what it looks like. The pour looks good, and it looks like it's going to fit in here pretty well. Give a nice little bit of head just to add to it, add to the look a bit. And we have here a beer that comes in at a kind of I don't know, I have to kind of hold it to the light more. It looks kind of orange amber for the most part. Again, copper, a little bit of copper, like a new penny. And the head here is about a finger. Actually more of a pointer finger as opposed to a middle finger. And it's got some fairly good carbonation going on, as you may be able to see. So, let's give it a whiff. Ah yes, those Ringwood yeasts really stand out. That's what's really special about this beer. And that's why I was sort of referring to a moment ago. It's brewed with the Ringwood yeasts, which have a unique flavor, a kind of inviting flavor that really melds well with the malt sensation that you also get. And you can also just kind of taste or smell that bitterness as well when you take this whiff. Let's give it a taste and see what it tastes like. Yeah, I know what it tastes like. This is a beer I like quite a lot. But the taste does have that kind of Ringwood yeastiness going on. The body is fairly medium, smooth and honey-like texture. Not a honey-like flavor, but just has that honey-like kind of slick texture going on. Medium body. The taste has all those nice Ringwood yeasts that are coming to the forefront with a nice good bitterness going on here. One that's just not a pucker-up kind of bitterness, but a kind of bitterness that gives you sort of the feeling of a nice quality beer. And it's got this malty sensation going on as well. The hops are vague in the background. They're slightly noticeable, but they're more in the background, and that's really not what this is all about. This is more about the Ringwood yeasts. And the lacing doesn't look too bad. It seems to cling pretty well to the glass as I swirl it around a bit and hangs on for a time. So carbonation is still going well. So Old Thumper, the Shipyard version of Old Thumper. It's really a good beer, and it's one that it's fairly widely available here in the Northeast. And I think Shipyard gets out in other parts of the country, but most of their brews are fairly available in the Northeast. So it's a favorite of mine. Again, Old Thumper. A good beer. And I'd like to thank you for stopping by. I'll catch you again next time.